Okay, so my next video, I am going to show you how to promote a server to a domain controller, as well as install Active Directory. So, what exactly is a domain controller? As you can see from the little note I have up here, domain controller is a server that handles all the security requests from other computers and servers within the Windows Server domain. So these security requests include requests to log on to another server and checking permissions for the various functions that need to be performed. Example, accessing a file server, modifying a file within the folder, etc. The domain controller manages the access to various resources granted to users and servers through the use of usernames and passwords. A domain controller works in conjunction with what's called Active Directory. So I'm going to ask, what is an Active Directory? Active Directory is simply a centralized and standardized system that automates network management of user data, security, and distributed resources, and enables interoperation with other directories. It's designed specifically for distributed network environments and consists of several databases of computers and users configured on the said network. So now we're going to go ahead and bring up our server that we configured earlier on in the earlier video that we had configured as our workgroup machine, and promote the server to DC promo. So I'm just going to log into the server here. My password. Press enter. Okay, so I got my server up, and in order to do the DC promo, one of the first things that we're gonna do is go to the server manager. Let's wait till that comes up. Okay, and here we're gonna select the roles for the domain controller. So we're gonna scroll down here into the server manager. We're gonna go to roles. We're gonna add a role, because remember we are going to be doing promoting this machine to a domain controller, as well as install Active Directory. Okay, click next. List of choices that we have popping up here. We're gonna check Active Directory domain services. Click next. Next. Click install, and this is going to install the Active Directory domain services. Going to take a couple of minutes, so we're just gonna wait while that goes on. Okay, so here we have the installation completed. So I just click close, the close button, and I have my Active Directory services installed. Now I'm gonna go to start, and in the search field I'm gonna type DC promo. Press enter. First thing it does, it checks to see if the Active Directory services was installed. Then it gonna comes up and tells me, welcome to the Active Directory Domain Services Installation Wizard. I'm gonna choose to check off use the advanced mode installation, and click next. Click next. We don't have any Active Directory forests installed because this is a new setup of this server, so we're going to click create a new domain in a new forest. Next. Here we're going to be prompted to type your FQDN, which is a fully qualified domain name. So in this instance here, I'm going to use a domain name for hnoUntz.com. Alright, so my domain name is called technoruns.com. Click next. So check to see if the forest name already is in use. So it's just we're going to take a 2-3 minutes. So now it's going through a couple of things here now, verifying net BIOS name and so on. So this is the default NetBIOS name that the wizard generated, which is a TechnoRuns. We can change this here, but you know, if we don't want to accept it, so we're gonna just in this instance leave the name that the system generated for us. Click next. The first functional level, I'm installing promoting a Windows 2008 server machine, so I'm going to choose Windows Server 2008 because I need this to function at this level. Okay, click next. Again, the wizard is going through a couple of steps here. It's not going to take very long. Okay. Additional domain controller services, I'm going to leave the option for DNS server checked because I'm going to configure the server as a DNS server when I'm done. DNS here stands for domain name services. So I'm going to click next. I'm just preparing the DNS configuration. Okay, so at this prompt message here, I am going to choose yes. And here it is, it's going to be asking for the folders, the log folders. I'm going to leave all the defaults that are set here and then click next. Passwords here, I'm going to set some passwords, and these are the directory services for remote administration. And click next. Okay, so now it's just gonna give me a summary of all the choices that I made. Just take a quick run through to make sure they're all okay. Okay, and now I'm going to click next. So it's just finishing the DNS installation here. It's going to install a couple other things as well, like a group policy management console and configure local computer to host AD services. Okay, so here it is, the installation has been done, and as you see button, they have the finish button, and once you see you get that restart, now for changes to be made are taking effect, you have basically finished the installation, you know, promoting your server to domain controller. So while the computer restarts, while I wait for it to come up, my next video after this is going to show you how I'm going to install DNS services on this server. Okay, so stay tuned for my next video to follow.